Maybe it's... hell, I don't know. Whatever it is, it needs to stop. The witch hunter opened the door and got out of the van, slipping the silver dagger into a sheath hidden in the lining of her jacket. In vinyl lettering down the side of the white van was a sleek utilitarian logo. Conlin Plumbing. The license plate was Hex Time. She strode with purpose across the night-dark street, and approaching the board fence, she rounded the corner, holding the camera up so it could see into the front yard of a run-down tract house. Overgrown grass around a lemon tree, shadowy front porch with no porch light. A rocking chair lurked in the gloom. The girl in the video crept up the front walk of the tract house. Who? Halfway across the yard, she paused and turned to point the camera up into the branches of the lemon tree, the aperture whirring as she zoomed in on it. A snowy owl perched in the masterwork of shadows some 8 feet up, throat pulsing. Who? The camera zoomed out as the owl took flight and left the screen stage right. "Hello, honey," croaked a subtle voice. She whirled around, and the world on camera whipped to the left, revealing the front of the white tract house and its shadowy porch, arrayed with boxes of junk, chairs, yellowed and fraying newspaper. A tribunal of cats sat on their haunches all over the porch, 15 or 20 of them, calicos, tortoiseshell tabbies, midnight blacks, 2 Siamese, and orange Morris with brilliant green eyes. Someone stood behind the screen door, a smear of gray a shade lighter than the darkness inside the house. At the top of the faint figure was the gnarled suggestion of a face. "What brings you round at this time of night, young lady?" An old woman, her voice kind but deliberate, with a hint of accent. British? Irish? Whatever it wasn't Midwestern or Southern. Motionless cats reflected the streetlight with their lantern-green eyes. "Neva Chandler," said a voiceover from Robin. "The self-proclaimed king of Alabama." Her voice was soft, introspective, an inside voice that belonged more at a funeral than a YouTube video, tinged with a faint southern twang. The girl threw a thumb over her shoulder. My car broke down. I was hoping I could use your phone." "Ah." The old woman paused. She might have been folding her arms, but it was hard to tell. "I thought all you young ladies these days carried those cellular phones, they call them, with their tender apps and GPS voices. Go here, go there, and so forth." "No, ma'am," replied the girl. "I'm kind of old school that way, I guess." The old woman scoffed. "Old school?" "Yes, ma'am." "Well, if you're going to come in, it would behoove you to do so and get clear of the street," the old woman said in a warning way, even though the girl was fully in her front yard by then. "It's a dangerous place for dangerous people." The stoop leading up to the porch was made of concrete, painted in flaking gray, and the porch itself was as well. Columns of wrought iron curlicues held up the roof. At Robin's feet was a china bowl with a few pebbles of dry cat food. "Yes, ma'am." Stepping up onto the porch, she tugged the screen door open with a furtive hand. The old woman behind the mesh faded into the darkness like a deep-sea creature, and Robin stepped in behind her, filling the video window with black. Click, click. A dingy bulb in an end-table lamp burst to life, brightening a living room positively crowded with antiques. A grandfather clock stood next to an orange and brown tweed sofa, tiny black arms indicating the time was a few minutes to midnight. 4 televisions of progressive evolution clustered on top of a wood cabinet Magnavox, rabbit ear antenna reaching over them for a signal no longer being broadcast. No less than 3 pianos filled one end of the room, 2-player and 1 baby grand, all covered in dust. All of a sudden, the smell hit her, a wall of rotten musk, boiled cabbage, farts,